In the previous video we talked about how to manifest anything, and it's essentially what we're going to continue talking about in this video, but I might not call it part 2. I think this video is going to be about quite a few more things, and the previous video was really enough the way it was. It's pretty simple, know what you want, know what it looks like, and keep looking at it. So in this video we're essentially going to talk about how to manifest an enjoyable life, how to truly enjoy life, and you will see that you really don't need to be on the highest frequency for you to enjoy life. You can see that it is really a lot simpler than you think. I'm going to share an exercise that you can do daily. It's a very simple one, and without doing this exercise, life probably isn't going to be very enjoyable. First of all, I just want to mention the exercise. You need to remember who you are and where you are. You need to know what this looks like, and you need to keep looking at it. This is going to remind you of the truth. You're going to be able to live in the truth, and the truth will set you free, and freedom is very enjoyable. The pictures are essentially built up of you being a source player in this game of life that you have created. It's a picture of the neutrality, where everything is possible, where you are free, where all of this is created for you to have an experience. That is the picture. That is something that is going to make you very happy. It's going to feel very enjoyable. It is the simplest truth, and if you can take it in and learn to focus on it, learn to stay in it, and it's very important to learn to not give it away for something that is low frequency. Obviously you'll recognize that for you to truly master staying in that frequency, the frequency of enjoying life, then you can't have shadows coming in the way. So the first video in this series of how to manifest anything is teaching you how to do this exercise. You just need to do it. Now, if you have real problems in life that is coming in the way, you need to deal with them. And we are going to talk about how to do that also, and we can probably just get right into it. If you can recognize what is bothering you, let's say for example, you might recognize some things yourself, some shadows that you have, but let's say that you don't like people, or you don't like many people, because they are bad people, or because they are poor, or because they are judgmental. That can really come in the way of you enjoying life. When you see this picture of the truth, then you would benefit from having the truth. You don't need the complete truth, but the more complete it is, the more enjoyable life is going to be. If you can get to a place to where the farmer can be the farmer, because that is who he is, and we respect it, and we really appreciate it, and where the police is good people that is protecting the world, and where it is okay that you need a driver's license to drive a car, because that's the type of world we want to live in. We don't want anyone that is reckless and that don't know how to drive to be driving all around and creating chaos, turning up the insurance prices, and whatever repercussions is coming with those type of things. If you can really fathom the game, and that is the picture that you see, then you will of course have tremendous joy. You will really enjoy life. If you are not so advanced yet, then that is totally fine. You see whatever picture that is the highest frequency truth that you can fathom, and that is what you look at. Now, you will of course not be able to have the same level of joy for life as someone who really can fathom the game. The truth shall set you free, and if you are misinterpreting the truth, or just not really grasping it very well, then the joy and happiness couldn't be as profound. That is just the way it is, and that is fine. You do your best with what you have, based on where you're at, and you will get to the next level. Now you can of course settle with a certain level. You don't need to take it further than you have till now. You might have heard that the game is won, there is nothing to fear, and that is true. If you stop eating meat and get yourself to 5th dimension, then you're good. But you're not necessarily going to experience peaches and cream on a constant basis. A tremendous sense of joy and tranquility and happiness and peace, because you just don't fathom to the fullest extent where you are. And by that I mean that you might at several times throughout the day encounter areas of life where you are perceiving things in a lower frequency way, and that is robbing you of your joy. So what am I saying here? I'm saying enjoy the game to the best of your ability, based on where you're at. You can experience tremendous joy, but all of this is kinda like having a job. You go to work, and you can enjoy working. You can be in a good mindset, you can like the place you're at, the people you're working with, the job itself, but it is very nice to have a holiday sometimes, to take a break from it and do something that you really want to do. Now in the same way, you can look at this game. You're going to work, working with your shadows, working with your highest frequency perspective of the world, your comprehension of all the things that you encounter in your day. And then sometimes you might want to not do that, but rather take a holiday. Now in this holiday, you would simply just want to visualize the picture of the highest frequency freedom and stay in joy. Just stay in joy. Think about how amazing this game is. Remember who you are. You're a source player. Remember where you're at. It's a dream state, matrix, illusion. And just enjoy it. You might want to do this several times a day. That would be most beneficial. Sometimes, maybe you could consider taking several days where you don't work so much. You choose to be neutral about the things you don't understand. You choose to be fine with it. You choose to recognize that there is always more to learn, and you are fine with it. You're fine with taking a holiday, taking a break, and just enjoying life. Really becoming good at staying in the truth, remembering the truth, being familiar with it, and making it your base level reality. Now, if you struggle with changing your subconscious as you are dealing with shadows, you could consider doing the work in whatever way you normally do it, but don't move on until you have had a aha experience. Experience of seeing the thing that you would want to experience, to really let it click. So let's say that you recognize you have a shadow, maybe it's a mindset, maybe that mindset is stressing you out or making you angry or throwing you off in any way. And then you catch it, you recognize that this is something that you're thinking and you would want it to be in a different way. Now you can probably somewhat fathom what a different way could be. A way that is setting you free, a way that is making you happy, and maybe you can see it even. Now you would really want to take this into your subconscious. You would want this to be the new way that you are perceiving that aspect of life. You can choose to keep looking at it. Consider it you doing work. Don't be in a hurry to rush off to the next work. And sit there with it. Wait till it clicks. And you really can't force those type of things. Give it some days. I'm not saying that you should work only with that thing until then, but take note of that work as something that you are dealing with now. And wait for an aha experience to where you see it. When you have had the aha experience, you have made the change. It's very natural for you to be in that new mindset, that new perspective, when you have really seen it. It's like a good idea. When you have had it, it's difficult to lose it. So you might want life to be peaches and cream on a constant basis. And that is probably never going to happen. Not in the sense that you might think of it. You know, it's kind of like getting a new car. It's exciting for a week. And you get the source truth, and it's super exciting for a week, maybe even a year. But it becomes the norm. You become neutral about it. It becomes your reality. And that type of excitement is something that you can absolutely tap into if you want to. But it's going to rather become a more neutral, quiet thing throughout your day and life, but you're happy about it and you enjoy it. It's just not as extreme as it might have been in the beginning. So again, what I'm saying is that you can enjoy doing the work. And if you're doing the work that you want to do, then that's going to be the most enjoyable. Try also not to be so stubborn or try to force what type of work you're doing. Go with the flow a little bit. You could say source will guide you. And try to take it seriously when there is something that you feel like doing. And enjoy it to the best of your ability. So I said take a break sometimes. Take a holiday several times throughout the day. And what I mean by that is that throughout a year, you will have raised your frequency quite a lot. And you could say that for every month that goes by, you will have a totally different energy perception of the world. You need to take this in. Don't be in such a hurry to work all the time. Take a break now and then, and just take it in. Just enjoy it. Enjoy this new highest frequency truth and comprehension that you have of the game, and go back to work and keep working. And then you take a holiday and you take it in and you enjoy it. Now, I really want to mention that for you to truly enjoy this game, you would benefit from being a level-headed person. Someone who isn't all over the place, someone who is a bit more gathered, someone who isn't so silly. Of course, someone who doesn't judge and have unforgiveness, but I'm saying be someone that is more mature, someone that respects people. All of these things are, of course, accomplishments, but try to recognize that it is unlikely that those that are so stubborn, those that are delusional, those that are slightly rude, slightly annoying, those that just keep going no matter what, they just don't get the hint, those aren't going to have the best life of the highest level of power. That's just the way it is. If you recognize that you are a bit like that, maybe choose not to be. Choose to recognize what a high frequency source player is, and choose to be that instead. You don't want to have too many weird ideas going on, to be stubborn, to be difficult. You know, if you can drop those things, then it's going to be very easy for you to have an enjoyable life. Really. So let's quickly go through what I have said here. For you to enjoy life, you need to choose to enjoy life. You need to know what it looks like. You need to know the truth. Keep looking at that truth and choose to be someone who is enjoying it. Other than that, choose to be mature. Don't be immature. That's essentially what I said in this video. If you have benefited from this video, kindly consider becoming a supporter. Abundance, health and prosperity to you. Thank you so much.